designers, and welcome back. I am back with another life hack video for you. Today we're going to talk about losing those unwanted pounds, so stick around. If you're anything like me, then you may have a few unwanted pounds that are lingering. Okay, if you're anything like me, you probably have a lot of unwanted pounds that are still lingering and hanging on after all those holiday feasts. And if you're anything else like me, then you probably would like to drop a few of those pounds before Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's right, the most romantic day of the year. We all probably would like to see our significant others see a little less of us this year. If you're watching this video on January the 7th, then that means that you have about 5.5 weeks to try to drop 10 pounds, and it is absolutely safe and possible to do. So let's find out how. The first thing that you have to do if you want to stay on track to losing those unwanted pounds is to get rid of everything around you that seems to sabotage your diet. That's right, go through those cupboards and go through that refrigerator and dump out all the junk food, all the sweets, all the chocolate, everything that can tend to trip you up. I have found in my experience that having these around seems to break down my willpower. For me, it is just easier not to have them at all. So if you have the ability inside of your home, and if you are the one that has the right to toss things, then go ahead and get them out of your way, because it really will help prevent sabotage. The next thing that you can do in order to drop those unwanted pounds fairly quickly yet safely is to increase your water intake. We've talked about that a lot on this channel. The amount of water that you need every day should be your weight divided in half. That's the number of ounces that you should be drinking. So let's just say that you are right at 150 pounds. You need to cut that in half. That would be 75. And that's how many ounces you should be drinking of water every day. That doesn't include tea or juice or any other source that you may be getting your water from. That is pure, unadulterated water. Get it in you. The next thing that you must do if you want to drop some of those unwanted pounds is cut out the sugar and the processed foods. Now, I know, if you're like me, that's probably the biggest weakness and probably the hardest thing to change. But did you know that processed food, white foods like white bread, white rice, potatoes, and those kind of things actually turn into glucose or sugar inside of your body, and your body can't differentiate good sugar from the bad sugar. So at least for the next 5 weeks or so, it's really better to get your carbohydrates from a better source, such as green leafy vegetables, your carrots. You have to be careful with corn and peas, but even those choices are much better than your breads, your rice, and your potatoes. If you need to have some rice and you want to slip that in there to get a little added protein, then make brown rice your rice of choice. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. And in about 3 to 5 days, that sugar should be out of your system, the cravings will stop, and you will start losing the pounds. We all know that part of the process of losing weight is to burn more than you're eating, so get moving. It's not possible to lose very much weight, especially in a short amount of time, if you're sedentary and just sitting still. So get moving, start burning those calories. If you have a desk job where you can't get up and move much throughout the day, then at least try some exercises that you can do while sitting in your chair, like small little leg lifts and things like that. You can do some research online. Google is full of plenty of information that will help give you some exercises that you can do while you're sitting down. And if in the chance that you are in a position where you just can't get up and move a lot, definitely research that, because there are plenty of exercises that can just start helping you burn the calories if you're a little bit immobile and cannot get up and move. But be sure to consult your physician, because we don't want you hurting yourself in any way. It's always important to make sure that your doctor is fully aware of any exercise program that you begin. You also have to change your mindset about food. Food is really not your friend. Now I know it's been my best friend for a long time, but in reality, nothing compares to the feeling of looking good and feeling great. That nice hot brownie covered with vanilla ice cream, drizzled with hot chocolate sauce. Okay, I know, that's a little bit too much, right? Tempting you guys already. But biting into that brownie does not feel near as good as looking in the mirror and looking good and feeling good. So you've got to change your mindset. Begin to think about that. Think back to before you had those extra pounds, how much more energy you had, how much better rest you were getting at nighttime, and how great overall that you seem to feel. Isn't that feeling much more important to you than taking that next slice of cheesecake? I guarantee you, if you will start implementing these things like changing your mindset, getting rid of everything that can sabotage you, adding more water intake, getting rid of all the sugar and processed foods, and getting moving, you're going to start seeing those pounds fall. Now, naturally, all of our bodies are different. We lose weight at different rates. For some people, it may happen really, really fast, and for some people, it might be a little bit slower. The healthy rate of losing weight is 1 to 2 pounds a week. So, if you will implement some of these things, you should start seeing that happen for you. Remember, we have about 5.5 weeks until Valentine's Day. If we are losing weight at that 2 pounds a week rate, then you should definitely meet that 10-pound goal before the big day. Just want to remind you again, before starting this process or radically changing your diet around, you may need to consult your physician, especially concerning the exercise. We don't want any of you to harm yourself on the way to getting healthy. It's all about being healthy on the inside, and that's where we're wanting to take you. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Best wishes on this new journey for you. Remember, you were created for purpose, so go and be all you can be. I'll see you soon in the next video.